conversations with the Ministry of Health. And then the long
Sergeants of Mungiki, and what evidence or what are you doing about this? And two, still on that bit of culture.
This is our second public accountability statement as Ministry of Interior and National Administration, representing all the state departments and the semi-autonomous government agencies under the ministry. During the period under review, we have completed an assessment of our country's key national security threats. We've been able to scan and map and prioritize the priorities we have if we have to move Kenya to the league of safe countries in the world, because that is our target. We want to make Kenya safe. And for that to happen, there are things that must be done, including reducing the incidents of crime, but also building public trust and confidence in the organs of national security as we go along. So we thought, between February and now, we thought it's important for us to look at the risks and threats that we continue to face as a country and give them priority. And once we've finished that assessment, and it was carefully done with the support of experts and stakeholders, we have been able to conclude that among the security challenges we have 5 major priority national security priorities or national security issues that we would like the people of Kenya to know what we have been doing about in the last 3 months. Within that list, as I said in February, for us, the fight against terror remains the #1 existential threat to our country's stability. I am happy to report with a lot of confidence that our agencies responsible for our internal security, in collaboration with and with the support of the Kenya Defense Forces at the borders and beyond our borders, have been able to keep the threat of terror away from our territory, as has been the case before. It has costed us huge sacrifices in terms of our officers and our vigilance, but I am happy to report that we remain on top of that war. We remain extremely vigilant, even as other national security threats emerge. We remain focused to ensure that our country does not provide a room for evil people, terrorists, to hurt us the way they have hurt us in the past in this country. Many of our successes are never reported for obvious reasons, but I can say this without any fear of contradiction, that we have been able to detect and deter attempts to hurt our country by terrorists. And I'm very proud of our security forces, especially those that are involved in counter-terrorism measures, for remaining focused, professional, patriotic, and delivering the results that we are all seeing. I have been at the most affected areas severally. I have engaged with the officers. We want to continue to provide leadership, all of us, together with my colleagues here, to all our officers engaged in counterterrorism, to commend them when they do a good job, to assist them, to give them moral support, to make sure that our country remains a safe country for all of us. Other than that, in terms of priority, about 13 counties in our country have experienced many decades of disorder through or perpetuated by a culture of numerous illegal arms in the hands of criminals who have been using these arms to steal livestock and to perpetuate the primitive culture of banditry. I am happy to report that during the period under review, we have made sustained gains in our war against bandits and the terror that they have posed on our people. I am happy to report that this is the first time that the National Police Service is in a joint operation with the Kenya Defense Forces of our country in an operation that is led by the National Police Service with the assistance of the Kenya Defense Forces in accordance with Article 241, 3B of the Constitution. And of course, the Kenya Defense Forces Act, Section 31 and 34. I am happy to report to the country that we have made great strides in the war against banditry, and we deliberately decided that although we know this is a war that is going to take us quite a bit of time, we must first silence the guns in the north of our country and make sure that there is law and order so that we can look at the long-term solutions to this age-old problem. I want to commend the patriotic work done by officers of the National Police Service and the Kenya Defense Forces in Northern Rift Valley, in the areas where the operation Maliza Uhalifu is ongoing. I have been there numerous times. I have seen the sacrifices that they continue to make every day to make sure that we keep bandits at bay.